16. I'm 16 now, and the law says I don't gotta go to school no more. And I'm not.
Jimmy, you have 2 more years.
You don't know what it's like. I mean, ever since I've gotten in trouble, everybody kind of looks down on me. Besides, all my friends are out now. But anyway, I've decided I'm dropping out of school.
Jimmy, what can you do?
I don't know, Ma. I'll find something. But whatever it is, it'll be better than staying in school.
So Jimmy's become a high school dropout. Big deal, right? Well, he certainly isn't alone. More than 500,000 other young people will quit school this year. But just who are these dropouts? And do you know why they're quitting?
Hey, I know who they are. I mean, most of the kids that drop out are poor minority kids, huh?
Well, yeah, it's true that 90% of the dropouts come from low-income families. And it's also true that the dropout rate is highest amongst blacks, Chicanos, and other minorities. But don't be fooled. Dropouts come from suburban and rural areas, as well as in the inner city. And overall, 4 out of 5 dropouts are white. Fortunately, however, the overwhelming majority of young people will stay in school, stick it out, and graduate. School actually becomes an important part of their lives. It's an awakening. For others, the school experience is frustrating and unrewarding. It's drudgery, a sentence they feel they must serve.
So, what did I do this time?
I'm getting sick and tired of your attitude. You don't even bring a pencil and a piece of paper to class. You knew we were having a test today.
Yeah, I know, but I haven't passed one of your tests this year anyway. So why should this one be any different?
You don't even care, do you? Now, you're as smart as anyone else in this classroom. There's no excuse. If you were to come to class sometime instead of going wherever you go, you might pass the test.
Look, maybe this thing just isn't for me. I never thought I belonged here anyway.
Bob?
What? What do you want from me?
Are you quitting?
Yeah, you know, this thing didn't just come up. It's been building for a long time.
Don't you think you're making a big mistake?
Look, don't worry about me. I'll do just fine. My dad and even my uncle, they never finished school, and they did okay. They're linotypers, typesetters for the Daily Mirror.
Being a typesetter may have had a bright future 20 years ago, but with today's computerized newspaper, the future's not what it was. To put out a newspaper with a circulation of 1 million once took 80 linotypers. Today it takes 20. A computer fills in for the other 60 men. In fact, thousands of other jobs have been completely eliminated in the past 20 years. So the excuse that your folks did just fine without a high school diploma, well, that just doesn't make it today.
You know, I didn't get anything out of class today. I just can't make it. I tried for a while, I really did. But things just got too tough. Even my old man, he says to me, Charles, you just can't do nothing right. But I'm finally beginning to believe my old man.
And when somebody's told time and time again that they're stupid or slow, they'll begin to believe it. But the truth is, over half the students who drop out have average IQs or better.
You've been so tight lately.
I know. Just that I'm going crazy. English lit, algebra, chemistry. You know I dig cars. All I want to do is fix them.
Well, Joe's lucky. He knows what he wants to do. But rather than take an academic program, Joe should have been looking for a trade school which also offers a high school diploma. If you're not happy with your schedule, see your counselor. Find out your options. I think you're going to be surprised. Of course, there'll always be the kids who think their problems are different. We've heard lots of reasons, some of them pretty good. At least they sound pretty good on the surface. But once in a while, we fool ourselves. We think we're doing something for one reason when another reason is the real cause. A noted psychologist, Dr. Richard Korn, thinks that dropouts often get confused about why they're leaving school.
Of course, our reasons for doing anything always make sense at the time. But sometimes these reasons don't go deep enough. Sometimes we have secrets we keep even from ourselves. The hardest thing to face is the knowledge that we do have choice. It's so much easier to blame someone or something outside of ourselves. This delivers us from a sense of personal responsibility.
Most of the problems we've been discussing can be overcome. That is, if you really want to. But unfortunately, some young people don't seem to care enough. They think by quitting school, they're taking the easy way out. Unfortunately for them, it's the hard way. True, some classes may seem irrelevant to your everyday life. You may feel they're a complete waste of time, or that you're getting nothing out of them. But learning is a slow process. It may be difficult to see the value of school on a day-to-day basis. But school will only increase your exposure to new ideas and skills. And believe me, one day they'll be important to you. Today, there are twice as many 18-year-olds as there were 20 years ago. And the type of jobs available for unskilled dropouts are dwindling at a fast rate. As I mentioned earlier, machines are now performing many of the menial jobs that unskilled laborers once held. So, where do the dropouts go?